Greetings and welcome, intrepid travelers. It's once again time to do the thing. Welcome in, everyone. It's me, Dashboard Devil, and today we're going to work on a kaleidoscope. I was watching Action Pants Gaming earlier, and it kind of inspired me to uh, work on a new kaleidoscope. You'll have to forgive me a little bit. I have a really big pain flare today, and it's kind of causing me to be a little slow on the uptake. But here we are doing the thing anyway because I just freaking love this. So come along, and we'll adventure together. We'll work on the kaleidoscope, and then we might just do some adventuring beside that. So, let's see, where are we at right now? Trying to find a suitable planet to do this on, and I want to find, what I'm trying to find is a a moon, like a dark moon. Not a lot of stuff going on. Don't have to worry about weather or other effects. Although one planet, one dead planet I was on earlier had geysers shooting up, so that was new. But we're going to check out a couple of different systems to try to find just the right one. And we're right now we are on the capital planet for No Man's High in Euclid. This is my portal base. It's most of it is in this cave. But this place has really dark skies, and that's kind of the vibe we want to do for a kaleidoscope. Hey, Scott Rinse Repeat, welcome in. Thank you for joining today. So I know there's a dead planet in this system, and there's a few in adjacent systems that we might check out. But this might actually be the one. Why did I do that? Hit the wrong button. This is what we want. Okay, so we are looking for the ringed planet. There we go. But yeah, APG being the master of kaleidoscopes, he hit upon a couple of themes today that I want to play around with, especially concerning the new parts. I thought they would be fun to tackle, try out some new stuff. Hey, welcome in, Joy Roth. How are you doing today? There was one planet I was on earlier that I thought would be pretty great, except for the fact that the sky was like a bright pink color, and we want something darker than that. It just shows the contrast of the kaleidoscope much better at night. And here I am chasing the night. That's pretty funny. Just on the edge. as the planet rotates. Okay, let's go ahead and land. Yeah, the cool thing about that other planet that I was on, even though it had pink skies, there was a crashed freighter, and there was also a hot spot. So I'm going to try to find, okay, there's a hot spot pretty quickly. Let's see what this gives us. Okay, keep going this way. There we go. There's the hot spot. And the reason we want this is um, it's so we can drop an electromagnetic field generator here and get that really nice glow that can add to a kaleidoscope. Not guaranteeing that we'll use that, but it's just nice to have that in your pocket in case the need arises. So I'm going to mark this spot. I traditionally use a save beacon to mark electromagnetic fields, and I always mark it in orange. That's just how it happened one day. So one of the things I want to do is, it's like we've got that and that's great, but I wouldn't mind finding, like I do like this interesting terrain over here, and I wouldn't mind finding and trying to find another, what do you call it, crashed freighter. It just adds some nice ambiance to the background. It's not a necessity, but just keep drifting and searching. I love these giant carrots. There was one planet that had like a heavy chromatic distortion on it, and it was just filled with those carrot formations. And it had extreme weather conditions. And so I called the planet Carrot Hell. It was very fitting. It had an orange aura over the entire planet. It's just fitting all the way around. Okay, we got another hot spot. But no freighter. Let's see if we can, let's get the ship over here. And so this is my original save file for PC. This is my first save file. And I kicked it off right before Origins, because I knew that we were going to get a big change. So this is a technique for just for finding anything on a planet, really. So you can get a really good look at the planet just flying upside down. Yeah, it is a pretty cool planet. Now trying to do this technique flying upside down isn't exactly easy. You have to handle your controller in a weird way. It'd probably be easier on keyboard, um, but I literally don't like using the keyboard. There might not be. Oh, you know what? Dorp. I just remembered something. If there's one on here, I think I can find it. I keep forgetting that I have the signal booster mod, and this mod like will allow you to find basically anything. So it gives you all these options, and you just keep scrolling through, and that's what we want. Crashed freighter. And I guess there's no freighter. Try this one more time. No. Okay, so I think we're just going to go back and utilize that first place that we found. See how nice and dark this is? It'll come in handy. I was hoping to find a dead moon and then put the base on the side of the moon facing the planet to kind of maximize the darkness. But in several systems that I went to, I just could not find. Oh, the other thing about that planet with the pink sky is that it had those huge gouges, those like river troughs all through it. So freaking cool, but the sky was just too bright. Alright, so we're basically sitting on this giant rock, which, you know, not too bad. Just park right over here. And yeah, so I think we'll stick. How far away are we from that hot spot? Okay, this should be plenty of distance. Yeah, I'll leave. I'll put the base computer over here. We should actually still be able to get, yeah, so it's under 200 U. We should still be able to get the glow from the electromagnetic generators all the way over here. It's fascinating how wide that field is. It's just that, you know, when it's over here, it generates very little to almost zero energy, depending on what class of deposit it is. So let's do a gray and black. Unslow colony. That's kind of funny. Claim base. All right. Let's go ahead and set up portal or base terminus. Set up some. I wonder if it will actually reach here. Let's see. Haha, look at that. How much power is it generating? 3 kPs, 2 kP output. Okay, so let's do this. I put down let's put down a small salvaged panel. And then I'm going to drop this wire. Doesn't have to be perfect. And we're just going to snap a bunch of these to it. That should give us enough power to power up the terminus. That's all we really need over here. And no, it's not enough. All right. Okay, we might just need to run some wire because that's too many base parts to waste. So we will drop this right here. Let's see how much it's generating. Yeah, 47. That's good. There we go. Much better. All right, move it a little bit closer. Ah, no, that's not quite enough. That's funny. Just that distance. That should be enough. It only takes 5 to run a terminus. That's weird. Something's off. Oh, come on, go over there. Why is it not finding a flat space? Okay, go over there. Finally. All right, we will start setting up shop right here. Hey, hey, it's Action Pants Gaming and Zesty. Welcome in, you guys. Thanks for popping by. I appreciate the like there. Okay. Where do we start? We're going to start with some cubes. Just make a big old stack of cubes. Maybe a little taller. I don't know how big this is going to get. As big as you want. This will be a nice backdrop for some pictures. Trying to figure out which way to orient this. Yeah, so we've got a nice dark shot going that way, and then we've got the picturesque shot going that way. I dig it. Let's align it like that. Da pants. Okay. So I just remembered that instead of doing a 32-sided circle, which I could easily do with these cubes, I'm going to do a 24-sided. So with that, I'll do this. If I can get the timing right today. And then once we get this circle made up, then I can add the cubes back in. It is pretty easy at that point. Invalid position. Why? That doesn't make sense. Why is that not? It's doing free placement just fine, but it's not snapping. Why is it not snapping? That's super strange. Might need to adjust because that's not working. Invalid position. Super bizarre. Why ask why? It's No Man's Sky. Exactly. Exactly. Like, why? I just. Damn it. Alright. I'm gonna have to start over with this. Gonna have to go, large panels. And then delete that one. And that one. There we go. And we'll get the oh, wait a minute. I didn't need to do that. Oh, wait. Okay, I think I'm a doofus. I think I'm a doofus. All right. We're going to try this again because I think I know what I did. I think I used the wrong part. Yep, that's exactly what I did. So silly. I tried to snap the big triangle onto the small panel and they just don't do that. Food is done. Gotta run. Have a great stream, everyone. Don't forget that like button. Thank you very much, Action Pants Gaming. Have a good one, my friend. Oh, No Man's Sky. Does this mean we're all female? I am no man, stabs the wraith. Well, you know, in the womb we do all actually start out as female, so technically speaking, we all started that way. Okay, so now what we need to do, so if you see I put this triangle here, and the point of it is leading right to this wire right there. And then I've got this one, and that one is pointing right to this corner right there. So it has this sort of like little Pac-Man mouth looking thing with those two triangle parts. So with that, you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 sides to attach to from those triangles. So we're going to hit the triangle button and the right trigger, and we get this wire. And we're going to go over there, and we hit them again, and that snaps the part into place. So we're going to continue to go around and do that same thing each time. And just pay close attention to which side you're attaching it to, so you don't accidentally hit it twice. So, and there we have a 24-sided circle, or the basis of it anyway. I was just thinking about that the other day. Someone told me to get a pair. I said I already had some. They're called ovaries. This confuses some males. Then you have to start the story about how everyone starts life as a female. No, it doesn't go over well. You're welcome, kids. Ta-da! That's your lesson for today. All right, so let's do this. We're going to bring back our cube. And I just like to have color on my cubes. So we're going to copy that, put it in our cache, triangle and square button if you're using the PlayStation controller. If you are using Xbox, what is that? A and B buttons. I think that's it. So then once it's in the cache, you'll have those concentric squares right there. And we're going to copy and then switch places. And then we'll just keep doing that until we get all the way around. I forgot to put color on my square tile, so they're all just going to be the regular old color. I'll fix it in post. Okay, gotta start over. There we go. And if there's any technique that you see me do and you want it explained, just let me know. I'll be happy to go over it anytime. Oops. Sometimes things get stuck and you have to start the process over again. Usually happens when I accidentally hit the wrong button sequence. Hitting buttons really precisely you have to pay attention pretty close. Okay, keep it going all the way around. Press the wrong button that time. Mess the whole thing up. Once we get the first set, it goes much faster. So just bear with me a little bit as I try to get all this together. And away we go. And if you haven't hit the like button, I sure would appreciate that. If you are interested in the shenanigans of No Man's High, uh, the information to join our Discord is in the description for this video. We also participate in community late night hosted by Onsetter, and sometimes in Resilver and Delta One. That is a freaking blast every time. Okay, just got one more to go. Come on. All right. I believe that's it. Pretty sure that looks right. And so when you get it around, you have these fun little dimples on the outside. Kind of looks like the Price is Right wheel. Okay, so let's do a different color. Let's do purple, yeah. I just like throwing a bit of color on. Sometimes it's easier to see. And I just like to look at more colorful things. It just makes life more interesting. There we go. Okay, so from here we just keep on stacking up for a ways. Is there one in between? No. And this is more or less how APG does it, very similarly to this. Dang it. Getting ahead of myself. We just scored another Samsung SSD 1 terabyte on sale for $100 plus tax. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I've got one of those. They are great. I started putting all of my screenshots from No Man's Sky on it. And I tell you, it's a game changer for sure. Like I can stick it in my phone and it is ready to go. I can transfer files super easy. I love it. This is exciting for a while because my other drives are full. I can put more games on it. Oh, right on. They're normally 160, so it's a good deal for me. I've been waiting for. So, let's see. So is that $100 Canadian that you got it for? Yeah, okay. Two. All right, so that puts it at $136 US. Yeah, my partner bought mine, so I have no idea how much we paid for it. But I've heard you guys are electronics are costing you quite a bit these days. I guess this is still a little bit tedious as the stuff goes, but I swear it'll all be worth it momentarily. Probably should have done this off camera first and had it ready to go. It's been a day, I tell you. Chronic pain sucks. I hope none of you have to deal with that. And if you do, I am so sorry. I literally feel your pain. This was a pretty bad day for me, pretty big flare. It's another one of those gabapentin, nip nip, and coffee days. I buy Canadian as much as I can. Hey, that's understandable. Here, have a gummy. I had some of my honey butter extraction that I made in the magical butter machine. Oh, a Levo too. Nice. Yeah, I got the butter machine when I was still living in an illegal state. Now I'm in a legal state, so yay. I don't have to be all paranoid about it. So close. The crazy thing is how many of these I'm going to delete right after this. But this is what allows us to place all these parts in, in really specific ways. My last kaleidoscope I did, which was the picture, go ahead and put one more all the way around just in case. The screenshot for the thumbnail of this stream is the last Kaleidoscope I made, and that was in uh, memory of Zoo, um, a content creator who passed 2 years ago. And he loved two things, um, building two things like a lot, when that was kaleidoscopes and pyramids. Those were two of his favorite things to build. All right. So let's take a bunch of this stuff out. Doop 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 doop. Yep, green hearts. He was all about green. I didn't know him as well as a lot of other folks in the community. I kind of came in toward the end. Uh, but what I learned from him in such a short time was pretty awesome. Very cool dude. You do need to start making your own again, Zesty, for sure. It's an imperative. Okay, so let's see, where do we want to start? Oh, right, I had an idea. I'm going to see how well I can pull that off. How easy it may or may not be. Drop this out here, float that right out there. I'm going to need a couple of pyramids. All right, it's already purple, nice. And these are just strategically placed because I'll be doing some, glitching. Should move them closer. And it's just easier to have these parts. So each time that I need one, I'm not moving my, I'm not picking it up here and having to take it all the way over here. So there's one right here. I can use it and glitch and just run it that way. Hey, Gunboat Willie. Miss Zoo, he would be in Discord every morning and we would have coffee together and spend the day with the Zoo crew in channel. Oh, nice. Very, very cool. That's just a magical thing right there, I gotta tell you. Okay, so I want this in one particular direction, and I'm not sure if it's actually going to glitch into the direction that I want it to. So we're just going to try, see what happens. Why is that not working? Okay, that was weird. Cache that. Grab the pyramid. There we go. That's what we want to do. So we've got that. We want to go 1, 2 over. Nice. That didn't take. And we start to see a little pattern begin to emerge. He would always call out for Samson, who was on his bed behind me on cam. Oh, nice. That's awesome, Gunboat Willie. Hey, hey, Evil Faraday. Welcome in. Long time no see. It has been a minute. Come on. It does seem like glitching has been a little bit more of a pain in the butt lately. But we're gonna work it out. Okay. I'm already digging that pattern. That's pretty dope. That one's closer. Okay, and then from here, I can just do this. Oh yeah, that's pretty sweet. This is what I kind of came up with while hanging out with APG. I wasn't in voice chat, but I was in the text chat during his stream. We even had converging ideas at one point. He started adding in the refiner into this, and the way he did it was exactly how I had just moments prior to that envisioned it in my head. And just sometimes, you know, convergent thought happens when it comes to glitching. Oh, okay, that's looking pretty sweet. All right, I want to see what it looks like on the other side. Interesting. Oh, that's pretty wild. That has its own effect without any real lighting. No need for callouts. I stopped gaming completely. Oh, really? You stopped gaming completely? You just get tired of it? Need a break? Life been too much? Because, you know, life's a lot. All right. Okay, this is kind of exciting. I'm rather excited. Come on. There we go. Getting too old for it? That's fair. I got you. Okay, so we have that. And let's experiment a little bit. I am running mods right now, so that's why my menu looks pretty weird. I have access to all the freighter parts here as well. All the legacy parts. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. The race initiator. Drop that up there. Fingers getting stiff and some other stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that sucks, dude. That's no fun. I'm going to be big mad if that happens to me. Okay, how are we going to do this? Let's grab a hold of that. Let's just see. Whoa. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, we can see what that gets us. I'm going to put a few more down. I'm going to skip one and do it like that. So from there, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, look at all that purple. That's pretty cool. Well, when you turn 60, I'm about to hit 55, so I'm not that far off. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. I want to see if If I can coax some other patterns out of this by shifting the depth. Ooh. Turn it a little bit. Whoa. Okay, that's pretty cool. The trick is, how do I get it to snap into that spot easily? That's the difficult part. But look at that. I'm going to drop that there for a second. Look at all that blue, and it fades into the dark, and it makes the purple kind of look appear to shift colors a lot more than it does naturally. It is changing a little. The purple does move a little bit, but not nearly as much as it appears to now with all the blue light fading in and out. Yes, Savage Colon, I am 54. Because if you are, you do not sound it at all. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I definitely don't act my age, so it's great that I don't sound my age as well. Yo, Andre, welcome in. And yeah. All right, so where are we at here? Look at that. Look at those colors in there. I like the black as it stands out. But like I said, the trick is getting it to snap into that spot. Because like all of the other ones that I already put in there won't do that. Because they are they're centered on this. They're centered right here. And so that one that's making the lighting effect is just offset a little bit. It's right over here. So that looks like it's, see if I can figure out. Oh, it's just right on this outside line right there. That's where I need to hit it instead of over in the center. I might need to consult my friends for that. I might need to check out talk to APG, maybe Enra. Get a couple of screenshots of this. And then take a screenshot of that. Take a screenshot of that. And just for kicks, I'm going to try it this way. First, I'm going to delete that out of there because we want to see if I can just do a regular old snap point glitch. And I'd be putting it right here. Oh, wrong direction. I need to go this way with it. That's close, but not quite it. It is doing some fun color things, like this little diamond area right here. but it's not quite where we want. A little bit farther forward. Oh, Faraday had to go, missed it. Gunboat Willie hitting 60 in November. Time flies. My birthday is also in November. Gunboat Willie. 16th. Hello world, the Quack Gamer. Welcome in. Glad you could join us today. Andre says hit 63 just this past June. Awesome. That's killer. I love it. Savage Colon says, how do you feel about Light No Fire? Planning to play it or not? I am definitely looking forward to it. I'm very excited about it. The stuff that they are trying out in No Man's Sky probably has everything to do with Light No Fire. And I'm definitely excited by it. Okay, that was slightly closer. But it's going to, okay, it's doing it on one side, but I don't have it exactly center. So I can do it, it's just going to be super tedious unless I find a better glitch way to do it, which I know will probably exist. I'm just not sure of the technique to get there. So we'll just continue on with what we're doing and go from there. Light No Fire is still in to be announced. I'm hoping to see more trailers soon. Yeah, I was really expecting a new trailer at that last Games Expo, that online Games Expo. But unfortunately, we just did not get it. All right, so go here. 1, 2. And then 1, 2. Wait, did I land that? I don't know if I landed that. Okay, that. Okay, I don't think I landed that one. All right. Nope. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay. Sweet. Coming along just right. Nope. Is that right? All right. I think I'm still missing one. Yes. Definitely still missing one. Oh, a couple of them actually. Okay. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Let's count all these up. get that? No, I did not. When you get in here, it's sometimes difficult to tell if you've got them all in or not. Okay, there's those. Okay, something's off. That one, that one. Something's not quite lining up right. Okay. Okay, that's right, that's right, that's right. But why are you so off? Okay. Got that one. Okay, got that one. That one is correct. That one is good. One, two. Okay, that one's good. Good again. Got it. Is that the one? Nope, that one's there. That one's there. Why is it not lining up? So you've got these right here. That little V shape, chevron shape is good all the way around till we get here. And then it's wrong. And those two aren't connected. But those two are connected properly. Okay, I screwed something up. I just can't figure out where. Oh, and I'm missing chat. It has no release date, but I want it. Yeah, I want it really bad. I am, oh, 25th for you, Gunboat. Nice. Hopefully it comes out this year. Yeah, I hope it does. Uh, I hope it does, but I also want them to take as much time as they need to do it up right. Oh, I had two of those there. Okay. That looks all correct. Yeah, just the idea of it being a 1-for-1 of planet Earth. Like it's so rich and with all the different biomes that we're supposed to have. Like it just feels very exciting. All right. I really don't want to tear all of this out again and start over. I'm Just afraid that that's what I'm going to have to do in order to find where it went wrong and hope that I don't screw it up again. Okay. Now it looks like there's too many in there. Which one did I just put in there? Okay. I feel like we're getting close to figuring this out. All right. So close. Didn't take. They don't take. They all take. They don't take, I tell ya. Come on. Please cooperate. Ah. Hey, we did it. Okay. Figured it out. All right, what else? What else can we add to this? Let's see here. I'm going to try out an electromagnetic generator. Let's see how that works out. Let's give it a nice coat of purple. And I want to stick it in between where this little open area is. So that glow is right in that spot, and it kind of changes the vibe of that blue coloration right there. I don't know, it might be too similar of a color for it to really do the thing that I want it to do. So I think we'll pull that out for now. But what can we stick in there that's still pretty cool? Okay. It's always nice to have some kind of motion. You know what? Nope, not that. The wonder projector. I want to see what wonders that I have on this save file. Where's my dude? I don't even know. Okay, it's mostly all mushrooms. Not the vibe that I'm really looking for with this build. Okay, so that's out. Just delete that out. Go back into the build menu. This is kind of small, but I wonder if it can still throw something interesting into this space. What if it were a different color? It's too small to really effectively do much. Oops. It's kind of nice. I still like this pattern that we've got. I want to bring it in a little bit more. Of course, we won't be able to see it right now because of the cubes that are right there, but that will be evident later on. All right, there's that. And what if we went back out? How does that look going out? The tricky thing is the more parts you get into these, the harder it is to get your item where you want it to go. There's so many places it can snap to. And it's easy to overlook one that you had thought you put in, just like we had with the race initiators in the center a little bit ago. There we go. Almost has like a honeycomb vibe to it. If you've been hanging out for a bit and you wouldn't mind if you could drop me a like, I'd greatly appreciate that. It does help the algorithm. I'm trying to claw my way up to 200 subscribers. Oh, that's pretty dope. I like that. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Join me in the No Man's Hide Discord. Link is in the description. And if you happen to need a taxi to any galaxy in the No Man's Sky universe. I also have the Discord for Pangalactic Star Cabs. It's looking pretty cool, but I do want to try to get that to cut through this part, this little black part. And normally you can't put this many race initiators in a build, but I am running mods right now that allows me to be able to do it. But also you can glitch it. Oh, missing components? Missing components. Yeah, I'm a weirdo. I don't usually build in creative. I still like to mess with inventory management. But I will build myself a little trade terminal. For this, I am a bit of a weirdo when it comes to this. I couldn't tell you why. There we go. Joker Jake, welcome in. You must know of Wolfheart. Yes, I am familiar with Wolfheart for sure. He was in Action Pants Gaming text chat during the stream today. He's also amazing at building. Haven't streamed NMS for a while. Yeah. I see him over in APG's chat occasionally when I'm able to hop in. All right, so back to this. I like the way that just cuts through. Huh. I'm remembering a method that, oh, look at that arrow right there. That's cool. I wonder how I could coax that out. Oh, it's all about how deep that layer goes. Dark Hellboy was going on about a technique also in APG's stream today. Wonder if I can figure out the other part of it. I want to see. I'm gonna see what we can do. So it's a technique for making making the wire points on these just incremental. And I know how to do the vertical one, but I don't know how to make the horizontal version of it. So maybe we can mess with this a little bit, see what we can coax out. So going vertical, it was like that. But how was it going on the side? I am unsure. Um, is there... Let's see. Let's see if there's another something. Just trying to work out what... I'm going to have to ping Dark Hellboy about this. Because if I could figure that out, I think I could figure out how to get the race initiators just a little bit over. Anyway, that's probably going to be for another day because I honestly cannot think of how to do it. Okay, just a little bit more, and there's the arrows right there. But then that one is... Okay, some of them are arrows, and then some of them there's like a little arrow that goes kind of both ways. Okay, and that's just twisting. I'll have to play with that a little bit more to figure that out. But it's a really cool effect. I like it a lot. It's just a matter of duplicating it so where it's not just super tedious and difficult. Okay. All right, I'll take that out for now since that's really just a distraction for what we're working on right now. Okay, I'm going to try the electromagnetic generator again. But this time put it in a different spot. Clear out the cache a little bit. Why is it just going into wire mode? That's kind of a cool little haze right there. I feel like it's a little too cluttered. I want it to look a little bit more clean. So what can we put? Let's try first off, I need to make a platform up here. People are strange. Okay. The part that I'm about to put on right now, it resets the camera every single time. It's the signal booster. And so I'd rather not have to start the build camera over from the ground level back up again. See, every time you place it. See what that looks like. Not quite. Not quite what I was looking for. Alright, this is just for kicks. I have no idea. This is probably a bad idea. But I like to even entertain the bad ideas. Oh, I didn't even have to glitch that. Missing components. Should have a frick ton of glass, but I do not on this save file apparently. It's alright, I got a million of silicate powder. Go up here. Oh yeah, derp, I don't need to do that. Oh, it's full. Oh, hey, look at that. Yay, past me. Was already making glass. Glass, glass, glass. Perfection. Okay. Okay. That was a long way to go for a bad idea that didn't work out. Okay. I'm going to throw some other bad ideas at the wall and see what sticks. Wait, did that just snap? Okay, no, that did not snap into place. That would have been wild. Okay. There we go. That's better. Let's apply that same texture to that pyramid. I'll make that nice and easy. Okay. Why? Why? No Man's Sky? Why? Why hath you forsaken me? All right, so we have that fun orange sphere. We can see it even better at night. It's interesting having that orange bubble around the X of those end parts right there. Okay, that's looking kind of cool. Like the adding the orange in. Okay. Getting there, going around. Okay, one more to go. Of course. Of course. What the heck, man? Oh, it might just be me. It's probably just me. There we go. Okay, that's kind of wild looking. So there's this thing that you used to be able to do. And I don't know. Oh, I'm out of metal plating again. Hilarious. Two. All right. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to hit free. We're going to hit purchases for free. Or build parts are free. Because that is not recharging as fast as normal. Okay. Crafting free. There we go. Fuck it. Just need to check something and grab a beverage. I will be right back in just one moment. Give you that view. That's a better view. All right. That's better. It's a little parched. Now, I'm going to try this again with the context of the other colors in the mix and see if that changes anything. No. So let's do this. And then put it over the orange. What does that look like? That's a really weird color. That's what that looks like. And it also obscures the purple lattice, so I don't think I want to do that. I'm going to go this way. And then we're going to do some inward focused color. See where that gets us. And you know, it's just a process sometimes. There are times when I've just like knocked one out really fast. But this one I've got kind of a methodology that I'm playing with that goes a little bit beyond the style that I normally do. So this is kind of a challenging me to think about how all of this goes together in a different light. So that's what we've got going on in the middle so far, but we want to add something to that. May we see your portal address? Oh yeah, sure. There you go. And this is in the No Man's High area of Euclid. We've got several regions that we've laid claim to that we explore and build. And this is trying to remember. Yeah, so this is actually our capital system. There we go. That's the capital system. And the capital planet is Omens 11. We call it Blue Dream. Unfortunately, the person who discovered it first, we're no longer in contact with, so we can't have them change it to Blue Dream. But hey, we still call it Blue Dream. And I'm building right now on Cat Fiend's litter box. Cat Fiend is one of our in our leadership, and has been around in the group for the longest. So yeah, that's where I am located currently. I want to find okay, I wonder what the Atlantid, not the crystal antenna, not the void receptor dish, but the void antenna. I want to see what that looks like in the middle. We'll do like we did before and skip over every other one. Yes, you are very welcome. Okay. That looks interesting so far. That's actually pretty dope. And in a bit here, after I play around with this, we might go take a look at some of the other kaleidoscopes that I've done. All right. on one of those that I've done is a whole pyramid. Oh, you know what's insane? What is absolutely insane is that I have not saved once. Yoicks. All right. So what I want to do is reload restore point so it will sync everything up. If it's out of sync, it'll sync it all up. The center part, those antennas were not synced up right, so this should do it. So Joker Jake, are you a streamer as well? Or do you just mess around? And just build stuff? Okay, come on. Okay, that's kind of wild looking. Those seem like they're spinning around faster than they did previously. That's a neat little effect though. I wonder, let's see what happens when we do, when we add a planetary globe to every other opposite space. From those antennas. Well, nothing if I can't get it right. Hey, Double Tap, welcome in. How are you doing today? Okay, this is not cooperating. All right. Sometimes I overthink how I'm pressing the buttons, and overthinking causes problems. Just so you know. Oh, okay, grab it again. And we may end up putting the globe on every single one because I don't think that's enough to do the effect that I'm kind of looking for, which is fine. Sometimes you do every one, sometimes you do every other one. All right, now let me sync that up again. Reload restore point. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Gamble 1000. Yeah, and why not throw a heist in there as well? Heist away! Okay. It's kind of slow today doing a reload. It's usually a lot faster than this. Just get that out of the way. That's kind of a neat effect. There's a lot going on in that center part. Okay, I think my brain is a little fried from this right now, so I think we might switch it up and go check out some of the other kaleidoscopes I've done. But first, since I can replace all of this, I'm going to take all of these out just to see what it looks like. Got to be careful so you don't accidentally delete important things. So far it's got a nice kind of color distribution, but I do still want to bring that that blue color forward from the race initiators. That will really set this off in a big way. It definitely has some potential. I just have to think about where I want to take it next. So let's hop over. I don't know if I have any more of my kaleidoscopes on this save file. I'll brush through. We might just hop over to the other, to one of the other several ones to choose from. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, not on this save file. I've got one base. It's not really a kaleidoscope, but it has some interesting effects the way that a kaleidoscope would. But I feel like I've been to that one too many times We can do that one again some other time. So let's go to quit to mode select, and we will, let's try this one. And this is one of my latest big builds if you haven't been here before. It's got two major components to it that are separated by some distance. One of them is utilizing a lot of the new parts. Looks like Heist isn't working properly. Oh, there it goes. Took longer than I thought. Oh, yeah. Sometimes it does that. I think everything just seems to be slower today. My brain, No Man's Sky, Streamlabs, all going much slower today. And getting into this, I just remembered this save file, and this particular system, it always takes 2 to 3 times as long to get to it as any other system that I go to. It's just one day it just started happening. It's still not as bad as one that takes me even longer. Okay. Let's go over. Still haven't finished this build. I'm hoping to finish it pretty quick and do a video soon about it. Okay, here we go. This is sort of one of my experimental builds, experimental base, where I like to try out new things, new ideas. And these are a couple of builds that I've been working on. This building right here, I actually moved and incorporated it into another base. I used Blender and the save editor, Goat Fungus, in order to move it. And we'll go in there real quick just to see what it looks like on the inside. Very kaleidoscopic in nature. Got these massive batteries. It's hard to let me zoom this all the way out and open up the field of view so you can see everything. And then there's the center part. And this wasn't like glitched in the same way that a lot of stuff is. It was just I did a sizing glitch and then snapped each one of those into onto a point. And if you look like right into it, it kind of looks like an eyeball. Very hypnotic. Okay. But the kaleidoscope here is real. It's this. It's this landing pad. There are 365 parts to this landing pad. Trying to get it to where the race initiator angle was enough, was outward enough to allow for landing and takeoff of the ship. That was really difficult to get that just right. Oh, we still got that flicker. But I can, at least last time. Yep. Can still land on it. And this is all the parts. All the sphere generators. Got the spire, the race initiators. And then, let me show you this. Let me move the ship over here. Got this pattern from walls set on their side. And that turned out really cool. It just was at the perfect height to show and then not interfere with the landing of a ship. Exactly call this a kaleidoscope, but I do. And then there's the walls underneath. And inside of that, all that bright orange and yellow color comes from a circle of 26 sphere initiators. So it used to be that when you took one of these, you put it up here, you could snap one on there and it would create this perfect circle. But now it does this. You could just keep snapping it on all the points and it would create this perfect circle of 26 of those. Oh, something just knocked me out. Oh, it's that ship. Hilarious. So yeah, at some point they changed it and that was very disappointing. And now this is what happens when you try to glitch a bunch of these on those wire snap points. It just is this big mess. It doesn't even create an interesting shape, unfortunately. But yeah, so there's this wild looking hourglass pedestal for a biodome. And you can see the haze of the moon pool coming around that center part of the hourglass shape. That turned out really cool. I love how that turned out right there. And then I've got this over here. It doesn't move like a regular kaleidoscope, but it still has some of those tendencies. There's a slight bit of movement from the little light spheres that are right there. But this is another design I was playing around with, sort of a mushroom head. And that would eventually be born into something else that we might get to later. And then this was the start of something interesting that I never quite completed. Just something weird and different to play around with. All right, we will move along. There's our base terminus right there. And we'll go to the next set of kaleidoscopes. And these were all fairly early on in my toying around with the idea of kaleidoscopes. Oh, there was one on my last save file I remember now, but it's nothing major. Uh-oh. Oh no. Don't, don't. Okay. For a second there. Oh, I thought the game was gonna crash. So this is once again in No Man's High. Most of these places are all No Man's High places. Go into build camera so you can actually see some of the animation in it. And this one's just really subtle. Each one of these started out as one of those 26-sided sphere initiator circles. And I wish we could still do that because it's a great simple way to get started. And I loved showing people that method. It was just the easiest way to get started. But yeah, the movement on this one is really subtle. It's just like this quiet, undulating, and you get a little bit of color shifting. And then we've got this one over here, and you can see the sphere initiators right around there. Oh wait, no. No. The sphere initiators are in the center, and these are all bubble vats, and this is that little disc on the top of the bubble vat. It actually looks cool here, not so much on the actual thing. And then that one, the light comes up from those, what do you call it, protea wheel trees. Or some people call them Vegas trees. Or as I like to call them, Trufula trees from Dr. Seuss. The color is way different than it used to be. I kind of like I like the new color better for sure. And then there's this wild ass thing. You can see the race or not race. Of course you can see the race initiators. But you can see this is the sphere initiators. And then this item around here, I will show you. All of those are cylindrical prefabs. And I just snapped it onto the wire points of each of the sphere initiators. And then from there, so the cylindrical room has 4 snap points. and so I snapped race initiators on the two different sides to get this pattern. And it turned out pretty wild. Would you be interested to know we can charge chance toward S-class finds desirable multi-tools, even ideal locations, and giants with an economy? First we recognize the C and B class finds, then we land the A and S class. That sounds interesting. That definitely sounds interesting. So yeah, that's these three kaleidoscopes. Oh, electrical disturbance. All right, where do we go next? Ah, okay. There's that one. Let me see. Do I have any more? Let's, this is a kind of a kaleidoscope, kind of a, it's also a sphere, and the sphere was based on um, Drucifer. Drucifer created this way to do a sphere, and so it's called the Drucifer. And I have used this on a couple of builds. All right. So we've got, it's sort of a kaleidoscope in that it has, you know, the different spokes coming off of a central point, but it's really all about the sphere. And this is called the third island, because it looks like an eye. So this is this took a while to do, and it was for one of our big civilization events in No Man's High. And so it still carries, as you go in, it still carries like a kaleidoscopic sort of effect overall. But just in a slightly more spherical type format. And then we have the big central pillar of all of the bubble tubes. And then right up through, oh wait, I gotta get into camera mode for that. And the way this terminates here and just goes back up is super cool. And then I just placed a wonder up there, upside down. Yeah, so that's that right there. And then I'll show you the base terminus that is itself a kaleidoscope. wonder, so they messed up the colors of the glitching separators. This is supposed to be purple, but none of that. Okay, red. I can change it to a red, which is closer to what I had before, but that looks pretty cool actually. I don't mind that at all. I've got a little save point right here. Oh, you know, while I'm here, where's the base computer? Where did I put that? Oh, there it is. Just want to go ahead and upload that while I'm here. And then we'll go to the big pyramid. So in there, you can just see that I've got 8 base terminus glitched in a circle. That was difficult to do, but I got it. All right. This base is called Shine On Dissonant Skies. Okay, we are inside the pyramid. We'll come up here so you can see, like this one doesn't have a ton of movement, but like all of the bubble pipes have a little bit. You have to get kind of close or view it at night, which I can't really do right now because no one is in the system with me. What is the most extreme planet you have built on? I did one build that is an extreme uh, ice planet. Um, that one was really hard to build on, and I still haven't finished that base. I got kind of stuck on it and haven't gone back to it yet. I have to essentially tear a big chunk out of it and redo half the whole, like a big part of the whole thing. I have to redo. So I haven't been looking forward to that, unfortunately. Um, might even have to start over. We'll have to see. Okay, it's getting dark, so you can see everything better. Yeah, the snowstorms were very frequent, and it's kind of a nightmare to build on. Yo, super soft drink, how goes it? Glad you could join us today. Okay, Joker Jake says works amazing for hotspots. Charging chance in undesirable locations leads us directly to AS power with AS mineral or gas in desirable locations. That sounds really cool. I have not heard of that. I guess it's an exploit. Would you call it an exploit? I have heard about uh, the staff weapon terminals and that there's a way to hack those. I forget who put out a couple, Hero 2, I can't remember his name. A couple of people put videos out about it. I was going to try to read up on it and try it myself, but I kept forgetting about it, and once again I am reminded of it, and I'll probably forget about it again. But it was pretty sweet. Alright, we'll check out this side. I love this side. And the center is actually in sync, which sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Even when I do a fresh reload, sometimes it'll go out of sync. So everything must be going just fine. The light fissures are a different color than they should be, but that's kind of happening everywhere. The same thing was happening with Third Island that we were just checking out. Alright, I will check out this one, another bubble pipe based one. Just in a triangle sort of kaleidoscope rather than a circle. And we've got the race initiators in that triangle shape. There we go. It's a little bit better of a view of the center. And then this last side. It's kind of hard to get these the whole thing in frame. And this one's got fun bio lanterns kind of causing that blinky phase in and out light around the center. And then the outside of that one is very different. Like, check that out. I love how the outside turned out. And then here's the context of the whole pyramid flying up. Got giant signal boosters and light fissures. Kind of giving that it's propelling itself up. And then each one of the corners is a different mini kaleidoscope. And so, like, each face has a different mini kaleidoscope that you can't see from the inside at all. I'll get a little closer to this one. You can see the curly coral. Oh, you know, I didn't think. I should put in, should drop in some, the anomaly seals in there. And here's this side. And then we've got those glitched. I love that right there. That turned out so freaking cool. Yeah, and you can see how easily it gets out of sync because there's so many. I think there's like 2,500 base parts on this pyramid. And then here's the little mini kaleidoscope. Oh, trying to get in a place where it's stable to watch. It just ain't easy to do. I'll just do like this. There you go. Now you can see it better. Just zip around and show these off again. It's a little bit better way to view it than me jetpacking around. And then this one, I just love that one right there. Freaking cool. And then from there, just looking straight down at it. Got the cool X pattern. Right, so that is that. Do I have? I think I've got other kaleidoscopes. There's one that I took down that was on the Festival of Lights for Chimera because the planet changed and it really didn't fit. Like I had built it to fit into those protea wheel trees, and it just didn't fit with the planet that it turned into. So I just said, fuck it, and took it out. And over here is just this little kind of place I made with using the giant shrooms that were already here and then adding a bunch more shrooms to it. It was just a fun vibe to add. And then putting one of these on the top of these 4 mushrooms is kind of a vibe. Hey, Eric Matheson, welcome in. I might steal that. Steal what? What are you talking about? There you go. Anomaly seals on the giant mushrooms. Oh, and then we got these guys back here. Just chilling like corrupted sentinels do. Nice big landing pad. Oh, and I'll show you this too. Call the starship down. I thought you were talking about a mod called Charging Chance. Okay, so this was kind of a fun feature. Little upside down landing pad. And then when you get out, you're inside. Oh, and if you weren't looking at the planet, it's a dope freaking planet. Bioluminescent grass, green, with those giant gem gem-assed bugs and dissonant. Like, this is a cool planet. I fucking love this planet. The red small pinwheel. Oh, right on. Was it this one? The one with the fireplaces? It's very cool. Steal away. I'd love to see what you do with it. All right. Okay. Nope, I don't want to sit. There we go. Nope, don't want to check out the battery. Base terminus, that's what I want. Okay, I don't know if I have any other. So this actually. Okay, so it's actually bringing the picture, my old image of that base that's no longer there, and you can see the protea wheel trees, and I had these two big kaleidoscopes in it, and the planet changed, and they were just kind of hovering weird, and it didn't look right with all of the plants and whatnot around. So I archived it, saved the JSON file, which is the programming information for whatever your base looks like. It tells No Man's Sky where, what galaxy, and what your base looks like based on all the code. Okay, so dissonant mushroom B, not easy to find. Yeez. Yeah, that's for sure. I did find another one almost just like that one, but it's got those like sort of rust colored giant shrooms. It doesn't have like the smaller glowy, super glowy mushrooms. It's just that sort of one large mushroom. But wait, let me double check the terminus to see. Doom to doom. Oh, if you like that one, Eric, you might like this one. I don't think it has the mushrooms, but it is a bubble lush that's dissonant. I'll show you that real quick. The charging is when we deliberately set out to locate C or B class of an undesirable thing to which the charge then carries us to the upper classes and the desirable thing. That sounds really fascinating, Joker Jake. So here you go, Eric. Freaking killer planet. Sometimes the bubbles get a little annoying, but if you're in the right state of mind, it's usually pretty chill. And we've got the dissonant crystals. Oh, here we go. And it's a harmless storm. There's a mod that lets you find them specifically. Still hard to find dissonance. Interesting. Because, so I've been trying to find a a bubble lush dissonant with a sphere archive. And it has to be a particular one of the two different types of sphere archive layouts. And that could come in handy trying to find it. I had one where I had this really cool base on the archive, like right at 3,000 parts. But then Worlds trashed it. It no longer looks cool. It's still dissonant, but it just doesn't have all of the other features that it used to have, and that's really annoying because that was half of the reason that I chose that spot. It was such a magical find of a planet and an archive that, yeah. Purple is nice. Tiny bubbles. Put on some Donho. Might you be aging yourself with that comment? Because it ages me as well that I know that reference. All right, so yeah, and I've found several Bubble Lush Harmless Storm planets. A couple of them are dissonant, but none of them have the proper archive and the proper layout of that archive. The search continues. Okay, so we're going to quit to mode select. And we're going to go to, okay. This is the build I was talking about that I'm trying to move via Save Editor and Blender. So it just so happens that we're going to load right into it, and I'll just show that off. Just a bit of it, because it's pretty vast. There's a lot to see at 3,000 parts. So this used to be Bubble Lush. It was not orange. It had wonderful glowing grass, pinkish, and then it's got to be the sphere, and then we can check out. Every time I would come to this base to build on it, it would just throw my ship somewhere random, and so I built this platform and then this platform over here, so I always have a place to land when I use the terminus to get here. So this is kind of a overview of the whole thing. This was the first thing I built, was this little tunnel. And it's got tons of little features here and there. I added some shops with my various NPCs. Made a little multi-tool out of base parts. Put it on a stand. Oh yeah, you can turn the heating unit on. Turned out pretty cool. And then we've got the base terminus glitched into a circle, so it looks like a cup. And we've got the nip distributor. Oh, and I built this microscope. That was a fun build. Not easy to pull off. I went through several iterations before I settled on this. Yeah, it's like a stereo microscope. Alright, so there's that. Oh, and I just put nip, nutrient processors, up there. He's kind of just there. I need to do something else with him. Need to figure that out. He's just kind of there. The rest of them all have purpose, and he doesn't really have a purpose, just standing there. See, like, this is just wall-to-wall multi-tools. And this is like maps and posters and everything associated, charts. He's like that kind of vendor. Blueprints for things. You name it, this dude's got it. Hey, shock and awe, how you doing? Just swinging by to leave a like. Hey, man, I appreciate that. It is all greatly appreciated. All the likes are appreciated. And so before, I forget which update. There was some update. It was before Worlds. Building on these uh, landing pads would prevent the ships from landing. But now now they land. And I was kind of disappointed because I did several kaleidoscopes that are there. Like this one is all compound bulbs in this wildflower lotus kind of pattern. And so this does actually have lots of little kaleidoscopic designs in it. And then all of these are hand placed. Every one of those lights. And then a supersized calf. I'd stay, but I'd just end up crying myself to sleep after watching you builders. Oh man. Check that booth for bugs. Charging toward lush finds in normal galaxies is awesome. Might find that most perfect planet yet. I just need one in Euclid better than the HG discovered one. Oh, interesting. I wish this ship would leave so I could show you this. I always felt like these landing pads should be connected and not just by that walkway over there that connects over there. I always felt like you should be able to walk across. So I built a little bridge that goes over the gap. And then I built this landing pad right there so it also connects down there. We've got this column of projector maps. And then we've got a shrunken down biodome with lots of, there's a wild strain of nip nip growing with pink crystals and green jelly. Oh, and this kaleidoscope. It's kind of out of sync. But we can take a look at it real quick. I've got all kinds of fun parts. If it were night, I could show you better, but you kind of get the idea right here. And then there's another kaleidoscope in the bar area. It's all up in the ceiling space in between the bar and the landing pad above. And you can see the center comes down, so it's a lot more three-dimensional than your average. There's 6 of those spire parts that are all glitched into a circle. And so you get that effect. And then we've got, just your average bar. Each of my bartenders, I give them little, I give them hair or other little, like that one has bunny ears. Why are they that color? Oh, I color glitched them to that color. Oh wow, the black actually took? I don't remember this. It's been a while since I've been here though. I made these little vehicles that move food and dishes around. They all have headlights and they warp in and out. So that one right there, you can see it's in the middle of a beam out. Okay, so let's go check out. There we go. Do I have... Trying to see if I have any more kaleidoscopes. And I don't know that I do on this save file. But at the same time, I've been going for 3 hours. So I think that's where I might call it for today. I'm going to see if there's anyone on, see who's streaming right now that I can point you over to. Let's see here, see if anybody's doing No Man's Sky right now. Wow, it's not even showing up as a... Okay, let's see. And let's see if anybody's doing live that I also know. Nope, I don't know any of these people. So unfortunately, I can't send you all there. Well, that's unfortunate. But hey, I appreciate everyone coming out and spending some of your valuable, very valuable time with me. If you haven't already, I sure would appreciate a like and a subscribe to help out the algorithm. I'm clawing my way up to 500 and I'm not quite to 200 yet. So every little bit helps me get to that number. Once again, I thank you for coming out and I hope you all have a wonderful time out there in the No Man's Sky universe and wish you well in all the things that you do. And I usually do streaming on Tuesday afternoons, this same time. Occasionally I'll do a weekend stream or a super late night weekday stream. It just depends on availability at the time. So just stay tuned if you want to see more of that. Hit that bell and that'll tell you when I'm on next. And until next time, we'll see you. Have a great day.